Hello boys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to my Luigi's Mansion blind playthrough for 100% completion. In the last episode we had a little bit of fun going through the Pyramid floor and a bit of struggles as well, but now we're on to a little bit more calmer floor with hopefully not quite as many traps this time around. And we're on the 11th floor trying to get stuff done. We found that secret from earlier that we weren't able to figure out. And something else that we found out here. So basically you have to swap all these cards from around the area. And you find that and you get a little secret for doing that. And there's quite a few seated guards sitting out. I'm of course looking around just to make sure I get all the stuff. I think it's a little bit of an interesting puzzle. That's something I already got though, so I'll continue on. This was the last room I went in before I kind of just vanished completely. So, we're going to continue on now with the game. I forgot what that does, but oh well. Into the next room we go. There have been so many puzzles I've listed, like so many different spots that literally do blind damage from almost nowhere. Goodness. Hit the thing already. There we go. What does that even do? Because, that clearly doesn't do anything much, so obviously something's hidden behind it. Yep. Couldn't have been simple to figure that out or anything else for the same reason. Okay, so we're required to go in this room anyways, since we need a key to progress. Again, I haven't really had much of a... scary for in a long time. It's 2 fishes in a row. Let's just get out of here for a second so we can analyze our position. Okay. So in case you haven't already seen, there's a new mimic chest that's been spawning around lately, which is basically this game's version of the mimic.
Oh yeah.
That kind of just does what he wants, and it's really obnoxious. As well as a fish that also apparently damages you. And the mimics definitely add an extra layer of challenge to the game, because previously it was just a normal thing that was just doing normal stuff. But now there's just like so much craziness going on, it's actually kind of unreal. I don't like this fish, so just because of that, I'm gonna leave the room. It's probably too small to hold anything dear anyway. Gonna have to go up there as well. Okay, this looks kind of odd. Based off of that line, it definitely seems like there may or may not be something to pull there, which I think is interesting. And yeah, there's lots. I will say the game has definitely gotten much harder by the minute. Craziness. And now it's back to not being upside down anymore. The twins are back again. The twins are back again and gone again. Just as fast as they were there, they are gone again. But to be fair, it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna wonder how tough the challenge will be, having to face down 3 ghosts at once. Normally we face one at a time and we don't have much room to at their attacks, but still have a little bit of fun. Ooh, key, so the room up top is required. Oh, that's an interesting table. We're gonna follow the satellite and see what happens here. Whenever there's more than 2 golden ghosts at once, it gets a little bit crazy. Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing double kills here, where we try to get both of them together. And this time we were able to get 2 of them at once, which is nice. Definitely a lot more harder when going for golden ghosts to get 2 of them at the same time, but this time we were able to do that, which improves quite a bit already. Of course, now we have to get the classic trap that I'm pretty much all familiar with. Put the icon on the machine, destroy it, and it reveals a secret door. First time I did this, I did not know that, and when I initially started playing the game, I did not know that secret whatsoever. Okay, so classic timer right here. Gonna have to use Luigi to make the most of it. And grab both items at the same time. I'm pretty familiar with these puzzles. When the timer doesn't give Luigi enough to walk over, Luigi is required to get all the stuff, because that's what makes the thing go up. It is very quick too, but hey, we got that gem. It was actually a lot easier than I thought. So, I'm glad the spotlight at least did have its own secret, because it definitely add something else. Oh, instant, great secret here. So we're gonna actually start by heading down here. Fortunately, you literally zip do down here, except just instantly remove our stuff, and I guess we need to deal with the locks now. Classic shower secret as well. Of course, I'm starting to get used to a lot of this happening now. I'm not too worried about dealing with this whatsoever. Pretty easy. Okay. Obvious secret here. Oh, that's where it gets interesting. Luigi actually has to get them this time. That's what that was there for. Yeah. I will say, using Luigi for some of the boss fights definitely makes them a lot easier, because if you have trouble learning a pattern, Luigi pretty much respawns infinitely and does not have any lag. Other than the exception of taking a little while to regen after losing it, Luigi can pretty much do whatever he wants from there. And the game only ends if Luigi dies enough times, so as Luigi you can take some hits for Luigi to make the thing easier, and in some cases he's even required as part of the boss fights. Sure, Luigi could do it on his own sometimes, but smash that rat with the piggy bank right there. And get rid of the annoying fish again. I say annoying because they damage you, and it's not fun. And we get a piggy bank for essentially doing nothing. Don't you like when that stuff happens? We haven't even explored yet. Little zap to get all of them. This is gonna require a double, probably. Oh, or I could just do this. This and trigger yet another trap. How many traps are there? Now the big problem... Okay.
Oh.
It just turns into a golden bunny instead.
No. Oh.
Here's the real question. What do you do with this guy when he gets stuck like this? Do you just let the thing go, or do you sex in him, or something else? I don't know. Okay, well, now that that's in there, this room suddenly got a lot more interesting. I thought I could just leave it because of a free treasure and not having to do much, and now all of a sudden there's a little bit of a trickster here. Not necessarily a hard boss fight, more like a trolly one. Oh, wait. What if I tried putting him up there? It didn't work, but What if I tried putting him up here in like this spot? Maybe that could work. We'll have to put him on one of those spots. Or we could just run him up there via cornering. Remember, Luigi and Luigi could kind of do some little tricks with them occasionally. Honestly, I'm already kind of confused. Every animal before this dies instantly to pretty much any shot. So, I guess I'll start by leaving this area, maybe coming back and seeing if that changes something. I don't know what will work right now. It could have something to do with the reins. It could very easily have something to do with the reins, but I'll start, I guess, by activating all the reins instead of the regular stuff. It's hard to know. Oh wait, no, I think I'm the one that's being silly. If he gets stuck, then maybe we can carry him with room to room. So I'm gonna try that instead. Oh. Nope, that cheat's not gonna work again. But it was a nice idea nonetheless. I thought it was a good idea, maybe. We end up having to go... Oh, really? Oh, of course. The one thing I forget. Yeah, right. I completely forgot about the dark light part. Phew! Okay. I completely forgot about the stupid dark light. Yet again, I forgot about it. Even though the game literally told me that was the thing that has to be done, I forgot to do dark light. Gosh dang it. And obviously we're not skipping the cutscenes, because the blind playthrough, I want to see all of them. Despite being clearly suspended in the air and possibly a form of trickery, the thing doesn't... Oh, and it's secret. That's one of the key doors again. And another secret here as well. That's some nifty secrets in these rooms sometimes. Oh! I just barely got it by, of course, because I always try and get out of the way, but then I don't, it's like nothing different. You get by almost everything. Oh, and there's a fold back trick. I haven't gotten this puzzle in a while, but I know it is definitely something that I have forgotten to do before. And that obviously needs to have at least something, so Go ahead and at least attempt to try everything for a second. Oh, okay. It does activate. You just have to be right on top of it. Of course, stupid fish come out immediately after, trying to troll me. But no, you're not gonna hit me this time, fish. Fish, yes, will hit you if you're not careful, so that's one thing you have to be wary of. And there's a little secret on the back wall, too. That's another thing you need to remember, the stinking mirrors as well. Okay, we're actually doing a lot better at this floor than we were doing on floor 10 and beyond. We actually found a lot of the air stuff very well, but regardless, it doesn't matter because we need an electrical ability anyways to access a different floor anyways. So we technically do have an element that we get. It's just that it's not quite what you would expect normally. Oh, this is the first trick. Ooh! A little trick there. Trying to get us into a little trap there, but when I get trapped like that, I use the move to get myself off, and sure enough, it was easier said than done. Quick burst move, and we were off. I'm trying to learn how to do the burst move a lot more, especially considering I used to do that everywhere along with this. But, I kind of lost my attempt at doing that when things got a little bit crazy. Not right way. How about this way? That's gotta have some purpose, right? Are you gonna even use double to see if this is something? Nope. Probably some kind of strange pattern here. What about a mix of the two? It still stays the same way. Oh, and you can put it on whenever you want. So this guy we have to spam the suction shot on, so because I could kind of cheat, let's make sure we get him with this first. I need to remember that these things are dealt with using the suction shot, and the chests are dealt with by first stunning them with something. In the cases of this floor was a protection object, and then that immediately follows with something else. My real question is, what would you even need this for? Oh, I guess for that. I think that actually makes sense. I think I can put the hat on there, and now finish off the shot. Of course, I didn't even get a chance to check that before a big trap showed up. Dumb trap way. Or, I'm just gonna try and call them mimics as best as I can from now on. Yeah, mimics are, regardless of which game they're in, mimics tend to be an extremely annoying enemy if you don't know they're coming. Oh, I could just do that. Simple enough. Kind of interesting that the best secrets reward you with a secret tone, even though you didn't do it, which is nice. And sure enough, wow, we already have all the Twisted Suit gems. That didn't take too long at all. Whew, now that that's done, we can go straight into our next spot. The seed room. Yeah, this is really fun. This is one room I forgot to XOR, so I'll XOR it just in case there's a required key here. There's often keys in these kinds of slots, even if there's not. There might be a golden ghost or, but we'll make it quick. Sure enough, yeah, some money. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use a burst move for that. Burst moves. Burst moves. They work really beautifully, and they can do lots of stuff. I'm sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back for just a minute. Alright, I'm back! Sorry about that. That was kind of unfortunate, but oh well, sometimes you have to do what you gotta do. Getting close to the last room, so we're gonna be facing the bosses soon. With no key in sight, I'm actually almost feeling like skipping the exploring on some rooms. I will still vacuum up a lot of the stuff, but I won't take as long as I usually do, exploring stuff and making sure does it get missed, because it's very easy to miss stuff. Still nice to get a couple of money here and now, but yeah, I'm not as interested as I would have liked because of not having gems, so we're just gonna head straight into this room and deal with the boss. Now we finally get to deal with them. We probably should use Luigi.
Huh?
Alright, time for the twins fight. Okay, all that, and they didn't even give us a reason to do anything else. I'll check. It turned out it was not actually the boss room yet. Just as I thought, the room is gonna be fought in this room. And what is with some of these bosses, by the way, and being fought in small rooms? That is not fun sometimes because you hardly have any room to move at all. In the original game, that is one benefit. They put the actual bosses in completely separate rooms, so you have plenty of room to move around and capture them, but this is quite a bit different. Maybe I should have saved that for later, but oh well. I'm gonna try and stun and get 2 of them together this time. I previously wanted to focus on dealing with them one at a time, but that no longer works in the late game, so I think I need to try and use my flashlight to stun as many of them as I can together to at least stop them, and then try and do stuff. And oh, mysterious little appearance. Apparently we got teleported one room over. Oh, wait a minute. This has suddenly turned into a maze now. Even if the ghost isn't stunned for long, it still helps to at least stop them from attacking you every 15 minutes so that you can more easily deal with them. So we pretty much have to follow a predetermined path to get to the secret area. Obviously, if even one of the attack projectiles hits us, it immediately stops us from doing anything. So this looks like another where Luigi may end up helping out a little bit. Of course, that doesn't help that they pulled us right where we did not want them to go. They seem to be very popular with doing that. Oh gosh dang it, can I not have that happen? Every 15 minutes, it's just like non-stop. Either Luigi gets killed by something else, or Stuart or Luigi gets hit by... Heck. There we go, we finally killed one dude, and we even broke the fan as a response. Probably should have broke that fan first fan, to be fair, but yeah. And obviously this is not getting fun, so I'm already bringing in the Luigi to try and divert some of the attention. See, because he hit Luigi instead, we didn't have to worry about Gene. Now I guess if I really wanted to. And the banana peel ghosts that have stuff, that almost looked similar to the original game with the banana peel ghost that would sometimes come out and drop stuff. Yeah. So what was supposed to be an easy thing now suddenly turned into a maze of complications. So that's basically the boss. The ability of having to go to all the additional rooms. And this is what was hiding in that stinking area. Oh, now there's fish everywhere. Gonna try and destroy them with the impact if we can. Didn't really stun them for long, but... doesn't help when you can't grab onto them right away, and then they dodge you because you literally take too long to dodge him. Okay then. And now we're in this spot, I don't believe there's any way to really skip it. The Sneaker Ghost is probably one of the worst opponents to deal with. He's so annoying and often does his attacks by... So, it's obviously easier to deal with everyone else first, and that's it. If you are playing smartly, though, there is a little secret that I just relearned that you can do with this ghost, where if you pull him in a specific spot, you can still see his shadow. Sometimes, occasionally emit shadows to go through stuff. And we don't really have much choice but to just go in between these rooms and try our best to find stuff, and... okay, we defeated this doofus before he got away, which is good. they spawn one at a time, then I'm not too worried, because I could just take care of them one at a time. Okay, he wasn't even hiding behind the third chair, he just kind of poofed into oblivion there. There's not much we can really do here. Each room just leads to a completely different spot. And each new room we find that isn't the proper room will lead into some kind of... Of course, we need to remember that little trick there. I think diverting some attention to Luigi is helping. Even if Luigi isn't doing anything at all, it sometimes helps to have him out. Originally I didn't have him out, but now it seems like it is working really well. Luigi being an absolute bro and taking all of the attacks from me there. And it's also perfect because instead of having to chase these doofuses around the entire place, we could just spawn in Luigi and have them pick up. Or at least that's how you deal with them normally. If it were any other room, we would be able to do things a little bit differently. Yeah, and the only secret that you know of is if you get a room that you've previously been in, nothing happens. But if you get a new room, you have to face a ghost. And we just have to find them. Nice AoE there to get them all at once. I deal with the small ghost. It helps, especially with them, to get them all stunned at the exact same time, so you don't have to deal with them as much. So yes, each of the room exits, in case you're wondering, have been completely swapped. And it is our job to find the correct exit of, I guess, like two that have been hidden? And so we find the exit. Of course, after we explore a little bit of it, it does start getting a little bit confusing. We ended up in the room, finally. So we basically solved the puzzle then. There's only one room that leads to there. Okay. Now the actual boss itself. We're gonna sign Luigi away if I get a chance. Do my best to figure out facts. Oh, never mind me. The internal battlefield is back, boys. Not quite as big, but I like that they finally brought back the original game for quite a long time. Luigi, you're gonna take a couple of attacks for us. Okay, from the looks of it, it's just a dance pattern for the first half or so. X will not work, obviously. They can't be sectioned pretty obviously. And they only seem to like Luigi. Yeah, we're gonna have to shake them free, obviously. We got one of the sisters. There we go. Oh, now we have a fake sister. Once again, it doesn't look like Luigi's gonna be much help. So now we actually have to do some memorizing. And similar to before, we need to wait for them to do a big attack. Got him. Luigi are gonna have to be a bro again. Body block, Luigi for me, please and thank you. Okay, so now we only have one sister to figure out. Middle. Middle is all over to the right. Well. Oh god. I did not check that whatsoever. And cause why not? Let's throw in an extra sneak attack at the very end. Because I'm close enough, I did not reset this time because I wanted to learn the entire fight itself. It's good that I have my golden builds, otherwise this would be almost ill to do in a blind playthrough. In fact, since you have 5 extra lives to this game, it's actually one of the easier things to do. And because of this, I actually completely lost where the actual good one's going to be. So, unfortunately, I have to just guess now, and surprisingly, I still got the correct one. I actually heavily expected a bomb there. I heavily expected a bomb there. Thankfully, we finished them off. And as per usual, we'll probably get the health right at the end. Just like nothing else. I'm glad they finally did something similar to the original Luigi's Mansion by a mile, where we actually got to move through and do one of the spots. Oh my gosh, dude, like, if I haven't already said it enough, I definitely, like, I definitely like that we didn't have to deal with that. That was fun. But anyway, with this floor fully cleared now, the only thing left to do is get the boo and then head to the next floor. Anytime I get an opportunity to clear a full floor, I definitely take it. Also, I didn't even know you could destroy that harmful fan, too. I'm glad I did that, because that made that room a little bit easier. But anyway, that was a fun maze and a half, and also a nice break. Still a decently challenging boss, and yet another unique concept, but at least it wasn't quite as painful as the pyramid puzzle. That one was very ruthless, like, it has so many traps, and I was correct about a couple of them do actually kill Luigi instantly. Before, there were just minor traps that may have dealt a little bit of damage to him, but now there are traps that instantly kill him. Ugh. I just don't know what to think of that. Okay, I'm gonna actually interrupt the elevator right now with, I can't pause during this, apparently. Okay, so I have to move this down a couple of floors regardless of what I do, because, in order to get back to Egad's lab to do the other trick. I'm gonna do some other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna activate this. And one of the... So, the one thing I am gonna buy is just immediately max my stock of gold bones to play extremely safe and be perfectly safe on the foul boss. If I play decently well, I won't need it, but being a blind playthrough, I probably will need to do that. So we'll get that onto back order right away so we don't have to deal with that, and then back to the hotel again. So it is nice that as you save Toads, the app also has them kind of hanging around, which is really nice. So you're probably wondering why I came here. There is one secret I forgot, but it's not on the upper right, and it's not on this spot either. It's on something completely different. In fact, I actually learned that you don't just use a regular character to go in and do all the other stuff. Apparently, Toad can actually be used as a projectile as well, and I will do my best to show that later. But first, it looks like we're gonna have to actually deal with some ghosts again. Now those are probably gonna pop up later as a result of pain. But anyways, one of the spots that I completely missed is like something else, I guess, entirely. I knew that there were boxes you had to break in plus with other items that were needed for a couple of other stuff, but one thing I forgot about was apparently this one on the left does hold something secretive. Yeah, so if you use your X thing on this, you get a little secret that appears here. Another classic gem hidden from every stuff. It's a spot that you wouldn't think to destroy, but you have to destroy it, and then by pressing X you reveal a secret gem. I knew the pterodactyl was potentially a secret, but I did not know about that part. So I thought I would go back and get that, and then for the other gems, I'm still going to leave them for quite a bit still, as we need a couple of items. In fact, we pretty much need to be have access to the 15th floor before we really go and finish the game, because I want to make sure I have all of the booze and whatnot before I finish. I doubt 15th floor will actually have any key booze, because if it had booze, then that would be kind of unfair. So now we don't have to deal with any other stuff. We're just gonna X on each room, one by one, until we get the music. So that means we can skip combat. It's really nice being able to just X through each rooms, and the enemies don't notice you initially too, so you get quite a little bit of a leeway to just straight up escape before the ghosts even notice you, because they're like usually just minding their own business. Ah, finally! We have to go quite a bit of a ways for this guy. But we need to make sure not to accidentally throw something else. Gotta make sure this mouse doesn't get away. No. So either it's in one of the spots. Okay. Luigi, you're gonna do the work again this time, because you haven't really been seen much, so you're gonna be the one that captures this boo. And I also know, similar to the purple ghosts, how they hide themselves, you can see the boost shadows as well, so if you know that, you can actually figure out where they are really easy. Too bad Luigi doesn't have his own sound animation when he captures one of those, because sometimes he does for other things, like collecting keys. And now the ghost just mysteriously vanished out of thin air. That's what you like that's what you like to see. Being able to go into rooms and the ghost just mysteriously vanish. You can still clear out the rooms, but unless you absolutely need a room to show off whatever stuff, there's no reason to do it whatsoever. The Spectral Catch. Speaking of which, we haven't even saved Peach in yet a long time, meaning she's gonna have to be on the 14th floor, or maybe her and Mario gonna be together, as classic would be. And then there'd be 2 floors between the hour stuff. Or Princess Peach is on the 14th floor and Mario's on the last floor, similar to that of the original game. Even though we don't, Abby won't be able to take on the boss right away, we're going to make sure to head into this area quickly. Okay, now on some kind of pirate-themed area. Let's actually take the time to look at the map. It is a single level, so that means there's gonna be a Toad boss in here. I can guarantee you it. Oh, and this is not correct. We just saw that boat a few minutes ago, too, so... Obviously, there's gotta be something we could do with it.
Whoa.
It revealed a gun ghost, just as I thought. These sneaky secrets sometimes. And since this is a small room, that means we're gonna have to look around these extra hard, as they're gonna be more than one slot. So, one of the newest things I started doing with these Golden Ghosts is, since they have way too much HP for a normal fight, I try and pull on them for as long as I can before I actually initiate the slam, because... Now, with the bosses, I do have to let go at a specific time, because there's a predetermined time where they'll automatically let go anyway, but... I think each one has their own time limit, but... If you wait a little bit before doing the slam, you can get a little bit more out of that. Those ghosts are probably the easiest to do it on because they don't break out unless you are really bad, so... I think the easiest way of doing that is to just set them directly to 80 HP. The moment you see them get down to that health, you just go straight for our stuff. I knew that was going to trigger something, so... so let's go ahead. And what's this do? I swear, ever since I've had to do the double trick puzzles for some of these Incan gems, and the chandeliers for the same reason, I always get so worried about everything, and now I just make sure I try every single dang thing this time before I do anything else. Like, see, I found something already. After all that, only coins and then some stupid fishes to kill. But you not right now. They're not that hard, I'm just so annoyed at them because, they can damage you if you're not careful. Though I've been really smart with dealing with them lately, thankfully.
Wow.
There's gotta be at least one in this room if it's really that hard to get through stuff. Oh, I see, we can't enter through there, but there's a Luigi pipe we need to find now.
Wow.
Instead. Although these can be moved, they don't seem like they serve any purpose other than maybe doing other stuff. Of course, if we had the electrical shot, and maybe we do get the electrical shot for this, maybe we could use that on them. On that note, I'll probably use it on there if needed. Gonna try sticking this on the center thing here. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I guess I'll just go into the obvious trap. Oh! This is that electrical switch from earlier. So, this looks like the time where we actually have to learn it this time. We went from dodging a lot of stuff to now we have to use our electrical switch to pull something apart. This looks extremely bursty, but despite that, the burst move doesn't do anything. Oh, crappy. Those barrels look similar, but they're not strings, unfortunately, so we can't suck them up. Gosh dang it. This just became a lot more tricky, especially considering the fact that we don't gain access to this usually until much later in the game. So our next best thing to do is to just have this target as big of an area as possible. And then just double tap on it for as long as possible. Luigi could very well be the solution. We'll never know, though. Huh? Obviously, we can't escape this spot, so... I guess the next best thing to do is to see if we could get Iga to help us by leaving a floor and coming back. Actually, wait, I could just talk to him directly. Let's do this. Nah. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, we can look through here. Ah.
Wow.
Oh. Just in time. Doesn't look like you could go any farther. Something bad has happened, and, well, I'll tell you the details, well. Okay. We're not gonna do that immediately, obviously. We're going to do that in the next episode, but I will get in the elevator to set things up. In case the stagnation happens, but other than that... that will be it for this video anyways. Time is almost running out. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed that, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video, guys. Peace.